What is up, guys? Yandere Neko here, and we're reacting to we're reacting to another donut operator video. And anytime the title starts with female cop, you know you're in for some absolutely mind-breaking levels of incompetence. So without further ado, let's start the video.
Stop, dude! Let him go! No! Let him go, dude! I'm about to shoot you!
Hi everyone, Donut here. Today we're gonna...
With a preview like that, what can I say that preview doesn't already tell you?
gonna head to Atlanta, Texas, home of good barbecue, bad drivers, oil and gas bros, street shutdowns, and whatever the hell this gas station takedown is supposed to be.
Be nice to her.
Hey, check out my new shirt on
Oh
Bucker
wait, Atlanta, Texas?
Branding. The incident we're gonna be talking about today is pretty messy. We gotta do tweaking at a gas station and just beating the absolute hell out of a gas pump like it owes him money. Two deputies
As you do, that's well-adjusted behavior.
roll up to stop the guy. One of them tries to fight him, and another tries to scream him into compliance. Guess which one ended up shooting him?
The loud, obnoxious one?
But before we get into that, here's a word.
Oh boy, screaming and then shooting the guy. Very typical female officer behavior from what I've seen.
From our sponsor. Our sponsor for this video is Delete Me. If you use the internet at all, your data is probably being sold, and it's perfectly legal. These large corporations called data brokers take all your information and sell it. Basically, data brokers are large corporations that comb the internet for your personal information. Once they have it, they build a profile of you, and then they sell your data to other companies. So not only is your personal information out there for everyone to see, but this can lead to identity theft. That is where Delete Me comes in to help you and your family out. Their professionals start searching for your data across the internet. If they find your data somewhere, they submit opt-outs on your behalf to these companies to remove your data. You can definitely trust Delete Me to help you out with removing a lot of your sensitive information off the internet. They've been around since 2011 and have processed over 10 million opt-outs on their customers' behalf. As someone who's personally been swatted 5 times, I trust and use Delete Me to remove a lot of my personal information off of the internet. Because trust me, getting swatted sucks. People knowing where I live in general really sucks. That also goes for my family, my parents, my son, my fiance. That's why I use Delete Me's family plan. Delete Me can also find their information so they are protected. And right now you can get 20% off Delete Me consumer plans by going to joindeleteme.com/donut. Just use the promo code DONUT at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/donut. Use the code DONUT. Protect you and your family today with Delete Me. First, I want to get one story out of the way. Let's talk about New York City's public transit system again.
Oh boy, New York and public transit. That's gonna be a fun topic to discuss. Surely nothing goes wrong on New York's public transportation.
That's right, the good old subway. Their policy is apparently rob a guy? Sure. Actually assault a guy? It depends on the time of day. But this week, in what the hell is happening on the number 1 train, a 27-year-old man was robbed and sexually assaulted just after 4 a.m. near the Christopher Street station, right there in Manhattan. The attacker is this guy.
Guilty.
Come on, he definitely did it.
Well, if you said the second part, the essay part, yeah, that would make a lot of sense. He just has the physiognomy, really. Like, bro, that is a cooked face. Absolutely. I mean, what do you even do if you look like that?
Possibly one of the weirdest surveillance videos I've ever seen. I mean, there is surveillance footage of the dude eating a corpse on the train last month. That's surveillance footage I don't want to see. So this dude here walks onto the train, he walks past the victim, and then he just takes a big old sniff of his fingers. Wonder what was on his fingers. Moments later, he made some off-color remarks to the
I think I know what was on the fingers.
person sitting on the train, the victim, demanded money and then forced the victim to do a naughty act on him on the train in the middle of New York City.
That's the problem with all y'all New Yorkers.
Wait,
we've seen it all. I come in, I ask you nice, move to the next car. Y'all just sit there like...
No, this wasn't a dark alley or some remote location. It was just right there on the train for everyone to see.
It's not very romantic.
So we could like see the footage, which actually that would no, that's not. That would be YouTube would not allow
If you're
that.
thinking, that's the craziest subway story I've ever heard. Hate to break it to you, but we're just warming up. Talked about
Jared Fogel's face by the freaking logo Eat Flesh is not something I expected to see or want to be reminded of. But, well.
the dude having relations with the corpse. If you didn't see that, I talked about it a couple videos ago. This poor guy goes onto a train, dies for whatever reason, they didn't state the causes. A woman comes on the train, notices he's dead, steals his stuff. A man comes on the train, notices he's dead, steals his stuff, and then penetrates him. And then he just rode around New York for a while until they looked at the surveillance footage and they're like, oh man, this guy's being banged. All right, back to our original attack. The one where the guy must have really nice smelling hands. So that guy did the act, ran off, and guess what? Police actually got him. He's been charged with first-degree sexual abuse and forcible touching, which in New York City is basically a slap on the wrist. Your court date's in 3 months. Don't you do that again. Point of my story is, don't go to New York. And if you do, don't go on the subway. And if you do, carry a Glock. Oh wait, that's illegal. Anyways, maybe if they put up more if you see something, say something stickers, it will solve everything. On to our next story. Before we get into...
But say something to who? The authorities? The guy doing it? The guy getting penetrated? Who am I saying something to? The sign lacks need to know information.
To our main event for this video, let's talk about Colorado. We're just going to take a quick detour, which Colorado sucks now. They just banned AR-15s. I think any semi-automatic rifle. I'm sorry.
Very not cool. I like my semi-autos. Gosh. You know, anytime it's from a liberal city, it makes me want to start a nicotine habit. Just thinking about how bad those cities are. Well, moving on.
Colorado folk. In Colorado, threatening a woman, attacking a cop, and trying to drown said cop will get you a $250 fine. No, I did not say $250K. I did not say $2,500.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Just $250. So here's...
For assault on an officer and attempting to drown an officer, which would also be... Well, technically it would be battery, because battery is when you actually make physical contact. Assault is when you put them in apprehension of harm. But colloquially, us people think assault's that. Colloquially, it's like the same thing, but technically, battery is when you actually hit them or throw something at them or what have you.
Here's what happened. Random guy was spotted in a park throwing rocks at a woman and her dog. Well, that's not very nice. Cops roll up, and the first thing the guy says is, I'm FBI. He tells the cops that they need to stand down, which if you're new to this channel, all that basically means is, I forgot to take my meds and I'm gonna make it your f***ing problem, copper. And then he unexpectedly attacks the cops, not just shoving and yelling. He tries to put one of the officers in a headlock and drag him into the water. Kind of like that thing that kangaroos do to dogs. But you know the best way to solve that problem?
I'm gonna punch you in heading. Look at my dog.
Much like we should do to kangaroos.
Don't kangaroos have claws? I would not get into... Actually, I'd have to look up how timid kangaroos are, because if they're timid, I might get into a boxing match with them, but...
The cops tase the man, cuff him, just like we should do to kangaroos, and haul him off to jail, just like we should do to kangaroos. Kangaroos, dude. Case closed, right? Because the next day in court, the judge...
Yeah, so kangaroos are assholes is what I gathered.
Says, felony assault on a police officer? Let's see, headlock, gonna drown him, threats, cosplaying as an FBI agent. Yeah, I'm thinking a $250 bond should cover it. $250.
I'll take it.
You could bond out of Larimer County for less than it costs to fill up a tank of gas in California. Fast forward a few weeks, the guy's roaming around, out of jail. And what does he do? He checks himself into a halfway house, he gets a decent job, opens a bank account, a credit card, and starts putting his life together. No, I'm just kidding, he stabs his mother to death. Now his family members are asking...
Well, I'd say I didn't see that twist coming, but that's pretty much always how those stories end. Guy arrested for violent crime, gets bailed out for laughably low, commits more violent crime.
The same thing that we are. Why the hell was he just walking around on the streets? You might be wondering how that judge came to that magical number. It turns out Larimer County's whole system is ran by a math equation. No joke. They use some goofy little bond matrix.
The Matrix.
With surface level questions like, did the defendant say sorry? Does he look dangerous? What the fuck? Here's a fun.
So, because I'm 5'8" and 140, all I have to do is say I'm sorry, and I can get bailed out for $250. Assuming I act. Yeah, that's.
Fun stat.
Wow.
The statewide average bond for this level of felony is $27,000. Larimer County, $14,000. But this particular bond, $250. That puts it in the bottom 1.4% of felony bonds in the state of Colorado. Larimer County has more red flags than a Soviet rally. Look, I know some judges are supposed to balance justice and compassion and blah, blah, blah. Look, there's compassionate and then there's bat crazy neglect. If your justice system is letting violent criminals roam around other people for less than a Costco membership, you might want to take a step back and analyze that system a little bit. Anyways, let's take.
Yeah, no, compassionate is like not destroying some drunk high schooler's life over fucking immature high school shit. Like, violent criminals out for $250, that ain't compassion, that's cruelty to the innocent, frankly.
Take a look at some footage that makes me want to scream into a mirror or shoot a mirror. February 27, 2025, Houston, Texas. It's 3 a.m. and 911 gets a call that a guy is beating the piss out of a gas pump. He is going Hulk mode on this Exxon. He is whooping that gas pump's ass, pulling hoses out, being a crazy person. By the time deputies show up around,
as you do, you know, when I see the price of gas, I'm tempted to do the same thing.
3 a.m., the guy is mid-meltdown. He is trying to 1v1 that fuel pump. Credit to him, he does comply and he lays on the ground.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! No, it's okay, I won't at one point. Get on the ground! It's gonna be a black male, black shirt, brown pants. He's not complying. Get on the ground or I'm gonna tase you! Get on the ground or I'm gonna tase you! Get on the ground! Put your hands behind your back!
Normally when they comply like this, hey, good thing, call might be over soon. Nah, this one just went downhill pretty fast. Our male and female officer go in to cuff the guy, and that's when he decides he wants to fight.
Well,
put your hands behind your back.
Hands behind your back. Bring it back.
Oh my God.
oh great.
Put your hands behind your back! Now! Get on your stomach! Get on your stomach now! Get on your stomach! Do not move! Do not fucking move! Do you hear me? I will tase you. Put your hands behind your back. Put it behind your back now.
So far, and now he's resisting. That's that's always fun. Could have just gone smoothly. You could just slide on the ground and do what the guy says. But no. That wouldn't be fun, now would it?
Get on your stomach!
So she's standing over him like upright, trying to cuff someone who's not fully compliant. He doesn't get down, apply pressure, put a knee anywhere. She starts not really doing anything, really.
Yeah, that's...
Get on your stomach!
And she's just standing there.
I got my taser!
Stop!
The guy starts fighting back and makes a grab for the officer's taser. And now we're just in full-on chaos. Then the male deputy's taser gets knocked away. The male officer's on the ground physically struggling with the suspect. He is in an active fight right now. The female
Let me guess. Does nothing.
deputy is doing nothing still.
Let go of him!
What the fuck do you mean let go of him? Help him! Like, tase him! Shoot him! Hit him with the tonfa! Something! Actually, if the officer's on top, maybe not. Maybe just restraining him or something, because, yeah, he'd be in the way of shooting him, but I don't know. Try to just dogpile on one of his arms, restraining him, something.
Stop, dude! Let him go!
Or just yell stop, that helps. As you back away, giving the male officer less help and support. That's...
Let him go!
I mean, other than screaming, she's kind of pushing him, like nudging him with her foot. It looks like she's trying to hit the suspect with the taser. It's like little light taps.
Stop! No!
Well. Yeah, that's... Or you could just hold it there and bzzz. That would also be more effective.
I'm trying to be generous here, lady. You're the cop. Why do you sound like someone who's watching a fight in a Denny's parking lot? Usually when these things happen, it's a bystander lady who's screaming. And why aren't you doing anything?
Get him, baby!
She's just screaming, let him go, like that's a valid tactic mid-fight.
Hold up. Does Donut Operator have gray eyes? Or silver eyes? Oh my gosh, it's...
Then she says
No,
this.
no.
Let him go, dude! I'm about to shoot you! Let him go! Let him go! Oh my god, I don't want to shoot him!
She says, oh my...
Yeah, we can tell that, lady. We did not need a... That was not something I was wondering about, you know? Not exactly a hard-hitting Jeopardy question.
My god, I don't want to f***ing shoot him, and then shoots him.
Let him go! Hurry, I'm gonna have to.
I don't want to shoot him. Shoot him. That's... Oh my gosh, that's like the... Gosh, I'm trying to think of what meme that would be like. It's the... Well, yes, but actually no meme. Twice. Well, that's 3, I think.
Shoots him once, then again, close range, because, and I quote, I don't want to shoot him.
Yeah, nailed it.
Anyways, things are calmed down now. She just put 2
I'm sorry, that's hilarious. There's no other way to put it.
holes in the guy. The male deputy calls in shots fired and he requests EMS. He was injured in the fight, minor injuries, but he survived. The suspect was taken to the hospital and died. No other officers were hurt, primarily because no other officers were involved in the fight. This is exactly the kind of people that you would be terrified to be on the streets with. You're getting your ass kicked and they're standing there screaming. I've seen it firsthand. I mean, she had enough weight on her, she could have just kneeled somewhere.
I'm very angry.
In the end, the department, of course,
that's
is doing the...
what I was saying. Even if you don't got a clear shot on the guy, dogpile the nerd. Ain't a silverback, he's not gonna chest compression you off of him.
Triple-decker investigation. Internal Affairs, DA's office, and grand jury. And they should.
Why not chest compression? He's not gonna do... He's not gonna lift you off him using just his arm.
The whole
muscles.
situation spiraled out of control from moment one. This is exactly the kind of thing I've been preaching on here for 8 years? If you train cops to be deadlier, then they won't shoot people so fast. Oh, but wait, there's been that big movement the past 8 years where we should defund police so they get less training. So they don't shoot people anymore. Makes...
Yeah, yeah, that's... Not train them in restraining tactics. It's not teach them jujitsu or anything. That's classify tasers as deadly weapons, so they're disincentivized to use that. It's like, yeah, if you take away all the non-lethal options, supplies, the only option they're gonna use is the lethal one. Shocking.
Perfect sense. That's wild. It was a cop who was the screaming lady this time.
We traced the call. It's coming from inside the house.
Let me know what you think in the comments below. You think it was justified? Not justified? Bad shoot? Awful but awful? Female officer? JK, dog. JK. That's all I got for you fine people today. Go on over to donutoperator.com.
Well, if that's all, please like and subscribe. Comment down below. Just, female officers being female officers. That's always fun. And I'll catch y'all next time.